Good evening, everyone. This is Lisa from Happy to Hook Creations. I hope everyone is having a good evening, and I hope you have good plans for the holidays. So today is Sunday, November, 10th. I actually have to think about that for a second. And tomorrow's Veterans Day. How sad is that? I know it has been a while, but as usual in my life, we have a lot going on. So the good news, first and foremost, I wanted to tell you that Jack has been released from the doctor to go back to work. So I'm really trying to get my head around it. I'm so thankful and so happy that he's doing well. Um, and he's going back to work almost 2 months ahead of schedule. So I'm really, really excited that he's doing great and he's ready because he's not one to sit still. And this is, this last, I don't know, 6 or 8 weeks has been driving him absolutely insane. So everything still looks good. He had some enlarged lymph nodes, but that's been taken care of. His diet, he's dropped like 32 pounds. So he is doing really, really well. It is, I know, I already said it was the 10th, so I'm like so behind on so much. It's ridiculous. So, our 2-year-old, who is now 3, she turned 3 on Wednesday. She has done what's called aging out of her preschool that she was attending. So, once you turn 3, you don't go to school the next day. It was on her birthday. It was Wednesday, so she went to school. It happened to be half a day for all of our school that day. So at 11:30, she was done, and she had been going there, I believe, 2 years or pretty close to it. So all the teachers were upset to see her go, but so excited for her next chapter because she's been doing so well. So we're in between finding a place for her to go. So, yeah, so there's that. And I am also going back to work. I had planned on staying home for a little while, but this job opportunity was something that I felt I had to do because it's the company that I work for is contracted out of DCFS. So they'll be the ones paying my check. So it deals with a lot of children and families in need who are housing, education, whatever their needs are. I help them to meet them, so that they can either keep their families together or get their when they're their children, or whoever's not in the home, whenever they return home, mostly children, they're ready for that transition, and everything is a go, and from the size of the house to furniture to just about everything that you may need. So I'm really, really looking forward to getting started and just continuing to do everything I can for our community. So there's that. Amanda has also switched jobs, and I think it's better for her because she was working 11 to 7, and now she's doing 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. She's working in a doctor's office. She seems to like it. It's been 1 week. We actually both started to work on the same day. So we're going into our second week this week. We're off tomorrow, though. She has to work, but I'm off because our office is closed. But so with that being said, everything it's really going great. Lots of transitioning going on, but it's good. It's life. It's just something else that we are adjusting to, and it feels really good. So yeah. So I also would like to thank, oh my gosh, so many people. Everyone who sent comments and well wishes. I know I thank you every time I do a video, but you guys just, I hope you understand just how grateful we are that you guys were praying for us, that you were sending comments, letters to Jack. It was just incredible, and we really appreciate you for doing that. I have, Oh, I don't know what happened to them. You know, you have stuff here and then it just kind of disappeared. There they are. See, I have some items here. I've already given a few away, so I want to make sure that I give a shout out to those. Excuse me. I do have just a quick thank you from Tina of Crafts by the Rose. She sent I believe three of these, but I've already passed out two. Look at that. Can you see that? It's a pink ribbon. That's got the little pin on it. So I gave one to my mother-in-law, who is a breast cancer survivor, and I also gave one to a friend of mine who is also a breast cancer survivor. But isn't that just the neatest thing? I know my lighting is like, let me see if I turn this light on. Would that help a little bit? There we go. That's a little bit better. So yeah, isn't that pretty? Might be too much light. And then she made, look, they're beautiful. Just look at that. Isn't that amazing? It is absolutely beautiful. And they fit, so I'm going to put them on now so she can see that they fit me okay. I did not have pink on. Look, I can't find my hole now. But look, I've got pink in my shirt because I'm wearing my X's and O's shirt. Okay, I know how to find my ear, or my hole, I guess. There, look, I got them on. I think they're just darling. Abby wanted them, and I said, no, these were made for me. They were made for me, and I think they're beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Tina. I just love getting gifts. You guys just don't know. I'm going to keep them on for the rest of the video. So, anyway, and I ordered some bags. See, everything just disappears. I ordered some bags from Susie Pops. I'm going to link her shop below. And let me just give me a second because I know it's here. There it is. Oh, anyway. I love this bag. It's just, I love this bag. And look at the inside. I mean, this thing has a lot of room in it. Look at that. Oh, well, maybe you can't. I haven't put any yarn in there yet, but I mean, look. And while I'm in between clients, I can crochet in my car or in the waiting room, wherever I may be. So this is going to be my take-along bag. I just love it. And then I got this little one. So anyway, they're just super cute. It came with a surprise skein of yarn. I didn't know the yarn came with it. It was a sweet roll, which I made into a poncho. And I did put that in another video. I'm not sure if that's, I've tried 3 attempts to upload it. I don't know what the problem is. I could tell you this smells heavenly. I don't know what sheet this was, but she said there was like a dryer sheet or something. And there's stitch markers. And this was my free gift. Isn't that beautiful? I just love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. So thank you very much, Susie. You did a great job on that bag. On both bags, I guess, and the washcloth. So thank you so much. So, yeah, man, I'm really liking these. I might have to find something just to go with them. I could probably wear them with this shirt because it really brings the pink out. But I love them. I think they're gorgeous. Okay, so the purpose of this video was to give you guys the classic movie for November and catch up on some movie facts. So I don't want to be long. I mean, it's probably going to be about 30 minutes or so, but I'm trying my best not to do that. This movie that I picked for November is, it's a good movie, and it was controversial for its time. It was made back in 1954. I'll have to double check that when I do my movie facts, but look at what I got. Hope you can see that. Imitation of Life. Look at all those wonderful colors. So this is it. Lana Turner and Juanita Moore. and Susan Kohner. I think that's how I said her name. Dan O'Leary and Sandra D. So again, this is our November movie, Imitation of Life. I'll post that on our Facebook page so you guys can get a look at those beautiful colors. And please continue to show me your pictures. I know that, because I had so much going on, that I did not pay this the attention that it needed. But I am up and running, you guys, and please don't feel like you're bombarding me with pictures, because I love seeing them. So please, please send me your pictures of whatever you're making, even if you're not involved in the classic movie, Cal. That's perfectly fine. Send me pictures. I love to see what you guys are hooking. I love it. So, so anyway, and I wanted to run across just a few things with you. I know, see, I've got my notebook here already. And I had done the August one, but that was also around the time that our dog died, Bear. And then I don't know if it was the title or what was going on, but the video was removed from YouTube, which was fine. I guess I get it. That's water under the bridge. But I wanted to just give you a few movie facts. So the August movie was Penny Serenade with Irene Dunne and Cary Grant. So it was made or released April 24th, 1941. And Irene Dunne was married twice, but her second marriage to a doctor, they were married for 37 years. And she said that this movie, Penny Serenade, was one of her all-time favorite movies because they also have a daughter that they adopted. So it meant a lot to her, because the movie dealt with adoption. And I believe her daughter is still, I think she's like 74 now. Don't quote me, but I will check. And this is her third movie with Cary Grant. That's what I thought was good. I love the two of them together. They're just great. She was also, let's see, I know I put it here somewhere because there was something else I wanted. She was nominated 5 times for an Oscar, guys. 5 times. Never won. But she was nominated. Let's see. Cary Grant, I want to get to him, but there was something else about, she was a practicing Catholic. So she was a Roman Catholic. So she was very religious, and she practiced. She went to mass all the time. And when she was given roles as she got older that she didn't think were proper roles, or they put her in a spot where it was like an indecent plot or anything like that, she just immediately turned it down. And then she just got so disgusted with the fact that that's all that they were offering her, she retired. So, I mean, I think she came back to do a few appearances, but she never really made any more movies after that. So, and, kudos to her for being able to do that. I think that's great. Now, Cary Grant played a father in this movie, obviously. And if you guys have seen this movie, I know you've cried at that scene where they get ready to take that baby away, and he's like begging the judge not to take away their baby. It just tears every time, just every time. A few facts that I thought were really, really important to mention about Cary Grant. First of all, he was just drop dead gorgeous. Well, come on, let's be honest here. His real name was Archibald Leach, and he was married 5 times. His longest marriage was to Betty. Was her name Betty? I think her name was Betty. They were married like 13 years, never had any kids though. He didn't become a father until he was 62 years old. He was married to Diane Cannon at the time. So his daughter was born, Jennifer. She was born when he was 62, and then he retired. He didn't work anymore after that because he wanted to spend as much time as he could with his daughter, which again is totally awesome. But I wanted to mention, this is something I found was interesting. Ian Fleming, the actor who wrote James Bond, modeled the James Bond character with Cary Grant in mind, which I thought was really great. But he turned down the role in 1962 because at that time, he was already 58, and he said he was already too old to play that part. Or he thought he was too old to play the part. He was a huge fan of Elvis Presley. He went to a concert and met him backstage, and he thought it was just the greatest day of his life. He absolutely loved him. And I found that was interesting because you just don't know. He donated his salary, which was over $100,000, from arsenic and old lace to the War Relief Fund. And a lot of actors were doing that. And it's nice that there's actors that want to help. It's really, really nice. Here is another fact that I thought was really cool. Because Cary Grant's films were so successful, he was called what they call a freelance actor. So that meant that at that time, that time of 30s, 40s, and 50s, he could work for any network or any studio without any repercussions at all. He, nobody would say, no, you can't borrow Cary Grant because, he's under contract to us. Not at all. He could work wherever he wants, accept any script that he wanted, which I thought was really cool. So basically if they had Cary Grant in a film, they knew that it was going to be a successful film and it was going to make them money. And let's see. In Penny Serenade, Edgar Buchanan, who played Applejack, if you've seen the movie and you know who Applejack is, he's the one that helped them along. He was bathing the baby because they were so nervous. But he went on to play in Petticoat Junction, which I also watched. So, let's see. There's one other fact. Cary Grant. See, I have my notes right here, and I've got them circled. One of his marriages was to Barbara Hutton, and she was the Woolworth heir. And even though he didn't get a dime from her when they were divorced or during their marriage, unless she herself bought him a gift, they were called Cash and Carrie. That was their nickname. Not nice, but that's Hollywood for you. Okay. September movie, Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. Don't have a lot, but I do had a few facts that I thought were interesting. They didn't think the movie was going to make any money at all at the box office. So they cut their budget almost in half. So instead of being able to shoot on location, they had to have a backdrop made and colored. And, they thought that this was going to be, just, a fun, colorful musical movie that wasn't going to make anyone any money, but it turned out to be very, very successful, more so than the two movies that they had given the money to after the budget was cut. I know one was Brigadoon. I cannot remember the other one for the life of me, but Brigadoon was just not as successful as they thought it was going to be. So that's all right. Seven Brides Worth, a very, very good movie. The dresses that all of the girls wore in the film were purchased by the Salvation Army as quilts, and they were turned into dresses. So I thought that was pretty cool. Only 4 of the brothers were dancers. Russ Tamblyn, who played Gideon, he was an acrobat. And he told the director, he says, I don't know how to dance. He says, but I heard you know how to do flips. And that you were acrobatic. And, he says, well, yeah. He said, that's all I need to know. He says, I'll just write it in. He says, just flip around and do whatever you need to do. If you can't dance, we'll work around that, which I thought was really neat at the time. Howard Keel, the actor that played Adam, he said that one of his happiest filmmaking experiences was working on this movie because the chemistry was great. He loved working with all the actors. And, he said he just had a wonderful time. Now, one of the titles of this movie, before it was called Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, was called A Bride for Seven Brothers. And the census said, no, that sounds a little too risque for us. We need to change it. So it went from A Bride for Seven Brothers to Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. And they liked it that time. Now, before that, they wanted to name it Sobbing Women, but they didn't think that that was a good enough title. They thought maybe, you know, no one wanted to go to a movie to be depressed, Sobbing Women. So that's when they came up with A Bride for Seven Brothers. And then Census said, nope. And then Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. And the rest, as they say, is history. So there you go. What else? What else? What else? Oh, I know there was something important I wanted to tell you guys, and I like totally forgot. That's all right. I'll bring it up again. I know I will. Okay, and for our October movie was A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. And the movie, or the book, was by Betty Smith. It was in 1945. And I looked it up, and it says the tree that grew in Brooklyn is called, and I'm probably going to get this wrong because it's really Alanthus, maybe? But it means tree of heaven, which I thought was so awesome. Jean Tierney, the actress, she was actually cast as in the role as Katie Nolan, but then she found out she was pregnant. So it was offered to Dorothy McGuire, and she took over. And my favorite, my all-time favorite character, even though Francie is just the sweetest, she's a great actress at the time. She got a special award for that movie. Sissy. I just loved it. I loved it, loved it. And it was Joan Blondell that played the part, and she is also in Grease. So, which is available now on Netflix. I just thought I'd throw that out there because I love Grease, and we were watching it the other day. So, and now I've got our November movie, Imitation of Life, and I will get some facts done up and to you probably in the next week or so. But I'm going to get off here. I've got some orders that I got to fill and another craft show. One just ended yesterday. So that was yesterday was number 2. And I've got another one coming up this Saturday. But I still haven't totaled anything. I kept track. I will get a video because someone asked me if I was going to do that. I will do a video to tell you guys like what sold well, where, you know, any requests that they have, and there were some. And we were busy, and I was very, very happy with that. So I think that's it. I'm sure I forgot something, you guys, but I haven't talked to you in a while. So I really love the fact that I've got new subscribers. So even though I've been MIA, I appreciate you coming and checking my channel out and watching me and supporting me by watching the ads that come up. So I thank you for that. And yeah, I will be busy, but I'm also going to take time to, you know, take care of my crocheting because you guys know that's a part of me. It always has been and it always will be. So I will keep you updated as soon as I can. So everyone have a wonderful, safe Veterans Day tomorrow. And it's supposed to snow here. The high is going to be like 39 degrees. So, not too excited about that. So I don't think we'll be going anywhere. But if we do, we do. If you go anywhere, just be safe. I'll see you guys when I see you. Thank you so much for watching and happy hooking. Bye.